It seems like you've done a good job making smart decisions when you get doubled. Is that something that you kind of learn over time? Because you haven't been doubled your entire career.
Yeah. When I started getting doubled earlier in the season, I texted Coach Chambers and Coach Ergo because I wanted to watch film on making the right play, and we did that, and I think it's really paid off.
Were there certain players you watched, or was it just you watching yourself?
It was me watching myself, and just having my teammates kind of get into the open spots for me, so I can make the right play and we can really take advantage of the double team.
How much of that is about trust?
I think everything in basketball is about trust, so I guess it has a lot. But you got to be a good teammate. You see when their teammates getting doubled or in a tough situation, you always want to find an open spot, and they trust me to make the right play.
What kept you guys going through that losing streak to be able to come out of it on the other end? A lot of teams may not have. They may have just kind of packed it in. What was it about you guys that kept you focused?
We have a great group of guys. They came to work every day, and I think we knew our potential. We beat a really good Virginia Tech team, and we went, to Morgantown and had a really good game against West Virginia. And I felt like we always just competed, but there were just small things that we needed to clean up to finally get over the hump and get a win. And I think, our potential and, just knowing what we were capable of just kept everybody going because we knew we were better than our record.
How have you seen Rozier mature over the past few weeks especially? It seems like he's really found his stride.
Yeah. Rozier's been great. Jamari has also been great for us, and I think those two really have both found their stride with their role in this team and just how to make their impacts. Rozier's really grown up. I mean, he hit a freshman wall. Every freshman does, but he stayed in the gym, kept watching film, kept meeting with coaches and finding ways for him to just keep getting better, and he has.
And how is the offense different when he's bringing the ball up as opposed to when Jamari's in the game?
Mariah's is just a little bit better of a shooter, so and he actually finishes really well around the basket, so it's just another scoring threat to have on the court when he's in the game.
Lamar, how have you guys as a team bought into Pat's always been telling us about defense and rebounding is the key, and last night your defense in the last 4 minutes was proof of that with the block you had. That was pretty key at the end there.
Yeah. You learn quick that everything in the Big Ten game matters. Every possession matters, offense and defense. So we take a lot of extra pride in on the defensive end and getting stops and rebounds and just letting that lead to our offense. And I felt yesterday there were times we had to get big stops, and we came up with those.
That was complimenting your versatility on the defensive end because you said a lot of times last night you were going against Vic Law and also Derek Parden at the end of the game when you guys are going small. How have you felt like you've progressed on the defensive end of the floor, especially in that area of versatility?
I think I've always been capable of guarding. I think it was just more of me taking a little bit extra pride in being able to guard anybody and knowing that's what my team needs for me to, sometimes shut down some of the team's best players in crucial moments. And Coach trusts me to do so, and so do my teammates. And I think that's just gave me a little extra boost of confidence on that end.
Something else Pat said is that he thinks Rozier has really stepped it up defensively recently too.
Yeah.
And that's helping his offense. Is that something you notice as a teammate, and how do you see it help his offense?
Yeah, just being a freshman, sometimes you worry about scoring a lot when you are a scorer, and Rozier is a scorer. And sometimes, you put a little bit too much pressure on yourself to make this shot or to make the right play, and you end up missing the shot or making the wrong play. So I think when Rob focused, on the defensive end, then it easily carries over to his offense. You're not even thinking about it, you're just playing.
You said you guys take pride in some of the defensive stops and the plays you make on that end of the floor. Where does the block you had on Vic Law rank up there? Obviously, you've made a couple big highlight dunks in your career and some big three-pointers as well.
In terms of block, it's probably my second favorite block. My first would be against Temple in the first round in Nittany, but then that was my second, or maybe third. I had a good block against Utah in the championship game too. The second.
I think it might have been you that set a screen. Somebody set a screen last night. Rob fell over. They called it defensive foul, so it wasn't on you guys, but he got up and was just sort of laughing, and it was like this sort of fumbly sequence. What's the value of still sort of having fun in all of this, despite, the ups and downs that you guys have had?
I think the team has a lot of hope. The Big Ten is a great league, and I feel like it's hard to be out of it when you're playing, great teams and great coaches every single night. And knowing that we had 9 games left to, really turn this thing around, it's just what kept us going, kept us motivated. And, you got to have fun with it. You can't put too much pressure on yourself. You got to have fun with it, win or lose. And you got to get up every day and have a positive attitude. Negativity isn't really going to get you anywhere.
Is the relationship you have with your teammates different when you go through something like this than maybe, when you're at Roman and you guys are winning all the time?
Yeah.
Do you kind of is the bond different in those two different teams?
I wouldn't say it's different. I mean, it is a little different because, you're losing. And I think you either have one or two options. You're either going to, divide or really come closer together. And I think this team got closer over this time going through everything that we've been through. And I think Coach has done a great job at keeping everybody motivated, keeping everybody together. So, when you're winning, everything's just easy. Of course, you're going to have fun. You're going to like the people you're with. But when you're losing, a lot of leadership has to, step up and keep everybody connected.
We talked a bunch over the losing streak that you guys weren't getting blown out. It was
Right.
a bad balance here and there. Do you feel that now that you finally broken through that it's just going to continue to get easier?
I wouldn't say it would continue to get easier, but it kind of just gets that weight off your back. Finally getting a win, and you can win in the Big Ten. We knew it before, but we just never had a win. So finally getting a win on the right column, it definitely feels good, and I think it's definitely a confidence booster for this team.
How does getting to the free throw line help you offensively? Obviously, early in the season you were getting to the line a ton, and I think the last couple of games you've become more aggressive in getting the line. How does that help you and build your confidence?
I never just want to get away from my aggressiveness, and I feel like if I just continue to be aggressive, I get to the foul line a lot. And I work on my free throws a lot, so I just feel like that's an area that could really help our team, especially when we're struggling to shoot, to get to the free throw line and stop the clock and just kind of get everybody on the same page.
You're playing a lot of minutes. How are you holding up physically at this point of the season?
I'm holding up really, really well. I feel good. Saz, our trainer, has been great. Greg has been great, just keeping our bodies together. And I really think it just all comes down to the off-season stuff. I really take pride in getting my body right in the off-season, so it prepares me, to be able to do this night in and night out.
So you think you're ready to keep going 36 or whatever it is the rest of the way?
Yeah, for sure.
Any superstition involved with the pink and black uniforms because you guys have won some big games in
Yeah,
those
I
things?
know. I love the pink and black uniforms. I was telling Rose yesterday that we should wear them more often. They look good.
Pat said he's going to come to you and ask if you can wear them moving forward. What's your take on it?
My take is we should. You look good, you play good.
What are the conversations that you have with Josh? Because I don't think anybody wants to win more than he does, and nobody probably get asked to do more than he does on both ends of the floor.
Right.
How do you kind of get a guy like that through a season when he just wants everything so bad and has to do so much?
It's hard for Josh being a senior, wanting to do everything and, really turn this ship around. But we always tell him, when I talk to him, it's just taking one day at a time, be focused on defense, because that's what he's really good at. And Josh has been a great leader on this team. He just wants to turn it around. and I think he's going to. I think he has spurts of really where he's really great for our team. Sometimes I think he just wants to do too much for the team because he just cares so much. And I think Josh is really finding his role as well. You know, having to do a lot more than he has in the previous past.
Do you think it's harder than people realize to have your role? Josh was never really a scorer, and then
Right.
this year there's a certain scoring expectation from him. He's shooting threes, which is odd to think about, and he's making them. Is it tough that late in your career? You know, imagine next year somebody goes, "You've got to do this thing that you've never done before." Is
Right.
that difficult?
It is, and I think in all of Josh's life, even in high school, playing at Oak Hill, he never ever has had that role, to be a scorer, and it's different for him. But he's figuring it out. He's in the gym all the time. He's watching film all the time. So, he's figuring it out day by day, and I think he's getting better each game.